Hi, I would like to give you a few very important tips of how to properly take care of your dry suit zipper. The zipper is an essential part of any dry suit you dive, and it's very important how you take care of it so that later it won't cause you any trouble or problems or need to exchange. Zipper in your dry suit, in any Santi dry suit that we produce, is covered by a protective flap. It has an external zipper that is not that important. It's mainly to protect the inner zipper from any excessive sand or dirt or any potential risk of damage of the internal zipper. Once you are after a dive, you have to unzip the protective cover, make sure that it's unzipped fully. Then you have to open carefully the zipper you have in your dry suit. So you grab the puller and you strongly, by holding also from the other side, you pull it strongly up and then all the way to your shoulder. What's very important is to make sure that this zipper is open completely. So you won't get out of the dry suit with your zipper like that. You open it all the way up. The next thing you want to do is to make sure that this zipper is clean and dry. But the most important thing is to first rinse it with tap water or any water you have on the boat or at the shore when you get out of from your dive. If you have a possibility to take a shower when you are out of water, use it together with your dry suit. So the first thing is you wash the whole dry suit, including the fabric, with clean tap water or fresh sweet water. But if you don't have the possibility to take a shower or to rinse it with, let's say, a big bottle like that, because that's something is advisable that you have with you on your boat or after you are on the shore, you just take a normal water. You can take a sponge or any cloth like a kitchen cloth, and then you have to wash your zipper with a sponge. All the way down, also from the inside. Remember to be careful about the dock end. In case you want to be very thorough, you can just pour the water on top of a dry suit. Okay, the next thing you want to do is you need to clean the dry zip from any extensive like sand or dirt. Have a toothbrush. And remember, it has to be through the whole length of the zipper, and you need to brush out all the dirt. You can use the moves like that, like that. Even if you don't see the sand, you still should do it actually, because you might not see small particles of dirt that come into the zipper between the teeth. Next thing that is very important is to make sure that your zipper is fully dry. So first of all, you take a clean cloth. It can be a towel you have on the boat or at the beach, or you use a tablecloth, anything that absorbs the water properly. And then you have to clean the zipper, like dry it from both sides very thoroughly, like you would be cleaning your glasses or something, to make sure that the plastic, the gray part you can see, is fully dry. This is what you do from both sides. And now I have a tip for you. Of course, you have to be careful with too hot air. But what I would like to do and would like to show you is when you are doing that at home or in a dive center, you can use a hair dryer. And when you do a small, let's say a first mode, and then use the button for a cool air, then it dries all the excessive moisture from the zipper. Here at the dock end, at this hose, you have some small holes that are actually left over from a production process of the zipper. So it might happen sometimes that if you don't dry it properly, the water inside, especially if it's salty, might destroy the dog end and might lead to breaks. So what I would advise you to do is to use the dryer on a cool mode and then dry it from the outside. It can take a bit longer, so to make sure that all the moisture from the dog end is out. Another important part of drying the zipper area is this place here, because if you leave some water between the fabric of the whole installation part, it might be that this moisture will also affect the zipper that will be hanging later in your cupboard. So it would be good also to dry this part with a clean cloth and then use a dryer to make it a bit more dry. So this is what is really advisable for you to do after your dive. To properly store a dry suit, you need a hanger, and it should be a wide hanger, the one with like broad shoulders, so that the dry suit will not be hanging too loose. So you put in the hanger, and now the crucial part, the main question from everyone: should I close the zipper or leave it open? And the answer is the manufacturer advises to leave it open. So you leave it like that, fully open, fully dry, fully clean. And what you can do is to close this external zipper to make sure that the dry suit stays in a shape. So you close the external zipper, and then your dry suit is ready to store. Make sure it's a cool, not too hot, dry place without any external sunlight, direct sunlight. Find your zipper like that. And it is safe. Very important thing you need to remember: always before a dive, you need a lubricant. And the dry suit zipper manufacturer is providing a special lubricant that is the only one you can use for the zipper. Don't use anything else. Don't use any stickers, any external silicones. Use the one. The only place you use this lubricant is the dog end of your zipper. You don't put any of that on the teeth. So you need to do a small bit from the outside. You also then protect those small holes from cracking, and you also should use some from the inside. Like that. You do it before a dive, not after cleaning and storing the dry suit. Why? Because this lubricant is very sticky. So if you do it and you would leave it for longer, it will attract dirt, and so then it might later, infect the quality of the dog end. So it is just to protect from salty water, from dirty water, because the dog end is the most important part of your dry zipper. So this is what you do when you go diving. You close the zipper, and after you get out of water, you do all the procedure I showed you before. So I think that's it. I hope this was useful. In case of any questions, you can ask